Genocide happening. 1.3 million chickens were slaughtered at a Sandusky egg farm as the avian flu is sweeping through the industry out there in Union County. This is how they try to limit the spread. You know, you can't put masks on 1.5 million chickens. Be another way to...
We already did that in 2020, am I right?
Be another way to flatten the curve. But that's got to be, I mean, I'm always curious what the aftermath of something like that is, because they're not alone in this. What's that?
Egg prices go up.
Well, and that's funny you mentioned that, because they just, after like a decade and a half of litigation, they just determined that the biggest egg producers in the country were guilty of price fixing like 15 years ago. Why it took this long, I don't know. But that's a very real thing, right? To limit production so you can artificially raise the price of eggs. But there isn't a farmer who wants to do that. I mean, what is the aftermath of this being your farm where you have to get rid of over 1 million chickens? Like, I don't know. That sounds like something that would kill your business.
I don't know how many
not
is
if you can
allowed.
charge more, though.
What's that?
Not when you're able to make the price go up, and then you're making way more profits.
But
yeah, but then you still have 1.3 million fewer egg-laying creatures on your farm. Like,
that just shows how many that they have and how many they need.
Well, that's what I was going to say. How many is the average farm? Is it 10 million chickens? Is it 2 million chickens? Because I think that makes the big difference. Did you lose 90% of your stock, or did you lose 10%
Yeah,
of your stock?
that's my question. I don't know. They said that there have been 8 million birds killed this year to help control the spread. 6 million of those have come just this month, as several large egg farms have been struck. I'm constantly fascinated by, you know, there's all kinds of articles being written, and you'll see news stories about how the food production in this country and writ large around the world, but America has its own thing, right? How food production is untenable as it currently exists. But it's just, go to the grocery store. You know, people from other countries come to an American grocery store, and they're just blown away. You know, you go to a grocery store in Europe, they've got a lot of food. They don't have 4 million brands of each kind of food. You know, maybe 2 kinds of milk. You want crackers? Here's the 3 kinds of crackers. Over here, you can get whatever you want, whenever you want it. But to stand there and go...
Whenever. Get these eggs forever.
But Shakira's hips don't lie. But her taxes sure do.
But those egg producers lie about how many eggs they can make.
Well, they said that 1 million birds at an Iowa egg farm were killed, and another 940,000 chickens in Minnesota at one farm.
The less popular B-side to fireflies. 10 million fireflies.
Is that an Owl City drop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
15 years old?
Wow.
Who cares?
And one hit.
Y'all got it.
Wow. Ohio is one of the top producing egg states. Egg farms are much larger than turkey or chicken farms sometimes. Anyway, I digress. When you stand in the grocery store and you look at all of the different kinds of food we have, it does boggle my mind, because I go, here's a pack of almonds, let's say. I eat a lot of almonds, right? Here's a bag of almonds. These bags are, there are so many of them in grocery stores around the country that all have to come from almond farms, which require a lot of water. Almond farms are like at the bullseye of the whole, like, you know, climate change water going away thing, because they require so much water. But that's just one example. I don't even mean about the water thing. You just go, holy God. I mean, you got people harvesting almonds.
Yep.
To put into bags. It sounds
So
ridiculous when I say it out loud,
Yeah.
but we have so much food on the shelves that it boggles the mind where it all comes from and continues to come from. So, yeah, I guess when you murder, I mean, whatever they call it, I'm sure they have some fancy word in the business when they have to do this. Slaughtered, maybe.
Euthanize.
Yeah. Go to the big chicken farm in the sky. Bovine University up there with the cows. Yeah, but I didn't even realize that Ohio was one of the top producing egg states. And I like eggs as an adult. I eat them frequently. Hated them as a kid. But somewhere along the line, I warmed up to eggs.
How do you like your eggs?
Scrambled.
Like a child.
Like a
Next
child, yeah.
question. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little kid preparation. But,
Well, I only do that because I'm just trying to consume a bunch of eggs for breakfast. I'm not looking to prepare them. I have eggs and salsa. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a quick way to cook them.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not if somebody's like, "Oh, can I have those over easy?" I would be happy to make that for them.
Quick.
I'm not doing that for my. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Takes like 3 minutes. Not even.
Well,
to cook an egg.
Okay.
Cooking eggs is
It's the
if you're
fastest
frying
thing
an egg,
to ever eat.
it's all pretty quick.
Okay.
Like the longest would probably be over hard.
And that's still,
And that's
only
still
like 4
4
minutes.
Okay. Then forget the time. If you fry an egg, aren't you then like you have to cut it and eat it?
Well, it depends on how you're going to eat it.
Do you think cutting an egg is
No,
hard?
what I'm saying is if I have a pile of scrambled eggs, I can tear through those. If I have to cut a fried egg to eat it properly.
Too much. He's a busy guy.
Well, it's just that's not how I want to do it, is all I'm saying.
fine?
Right?
We're just saying you like.
I didn't realize that
eggs.
scrambled. Well, maybe, listen, I hated them when I was a kid. So maybe but my mom, she didn't scramble them, she cooked them. You go to a restaurant, ask for eggs. I mean, you go, how do they come? They go, oh, well, normally you scramble them. That's fine. Chilaquiles or something, you know.
They never say how they come. You get to
say,
order.
how do you
Yeah.
want your eggs?
They say, how would you like your eggs?
And I say scrambled.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I didn't realize that was, I didn't realize it
Juvenile,
scrambled.
but that's all right.
I didn't realize that.
That's
Hey,
like
man, listen.
milk chocolate.
Yeah.
All right, well,
milk
you
chocolate
know,
of egg
sometimes you're the
preparation.
hammer and sometimes you're the nail. What do you want from me? When I eat my scrambled eggs and dark chocolate,
Ugh.
now what do you say?
Together?
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. No, yeah, that's just how I cook them. But I didn't know that I was here in Ohio, that I was among so many eggs out there that Sandusky chicken flu. But if you listen to us on the iHeartRadio app from out of state, I like to know where people are. When people relocate, I like when they update me. You're certainly not required to do that, but I always do like it. Sandra listens in Hamilton, Ohio. I don't know where that is.
I think that's
by
just
Cincinnati.
I was like just north of Dayton, maybe.
It's just outside Cincinnati.
Tiffany listens in Lake Camelot, Illinois. That would be your Peoria metro area, if memory serves. Aaron is a new listener in Vero Beach, Florida. Patrick is in Avoca, PA, and Austin is in Valparaiso, Indiana. You can leave us messages there if you like. You can always leave messages on the After Hours line as well. A lot of messages over the course of the weekend. We had a couple of sum of shows from Thanksgiving.
Hey, Alan, it's Matt. Hey, you were talking about the people out in Oregon that blew up the whale back in the 70s. I have some family that years and years ago relocated to a town in Tennessee called Kingsport. And their actual claim to fame is that that's where Eastman Kodak was headquartered. That's why my family moved there. But if you delve back deeper, there was a circus there 100 and some years ago, and there was an elephant in the circus that killed its handler. Maybe it was his first day on the job, and that killed its handler. So the town of Kingsport, Tennessee, decided to execute the elephant by hanging, and they hung this poor elephant by its neck. But yeah, that's Kingsport, Tennessee. They were hanging elephants before anybody else was blowing up whales. Take it easy.
Jesus.
You will be hanged by the neck until you are dead.
But what did they hang an elephant with?
I'll
That
show
has to
you
be
if you want to look. I Googled it.
Very strong.
Mary the elephant is the Wikipedia entry here. The authenticity of the photo has been called into question, but the photo here of Mary the pachyderm being hanged by a crane I don't know. Was this before sedatives?
It looks way
normally
bigger
you
than
give
the
it an
crane.
overdose
Don't
of
they have a
phenobarbital
gun
or something.
specifically made for elephants?
Yeah. David Lee Roth did a song about it.
Jibbly bop.
Not that song. He did Elephant Gun. Also known as Murderous Mary. Wow, Mary. Wow.
That's what they call me on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, beep, 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 beep.
She's up there getting hanged.
Hey.
Yeah.
So what do they do with the
Up
dead
there
elephant?
making the audience wish they were dead.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know.
Mary, what are you
Just a little ribbon.
out
Just
there
a
trying to
little
do your
teaser.
thing? And this guy is you're going to be performing with this guy in a number of
busy.
weeks.
December
busy that
22nd.
day.
My
Here are
goodness.
Open his own show. You
My
figure it out.
goodness.
Don't need my help.
Cheese and crackers.
Go away forever. I'm
So
gonna live in a
Mary the
hole.
elephant there. Matt's right. In Kingsport, Tennessee, also known as Murderous Mary. Now, I wonder if she got that nickname before or after killing the handler.
I'd say after.
Oh, a 5-ton Asian elephant who performed in the Sparks world-famous show Circus. After killing circus employee Walter Red Eldridge on his second day, she was hanged in nearby Irwin, Tennessee.
I feel like that is not on the elephant. That is on the handler. That's
Yeah.
second day on the job, and he was just getting a
Not
little
doing
too.
something right.
Yeah, he wasn't doing things the right way.
One witness said that Red Eldridge prodded her behind the ear with a hook after she they have thick hide, you probably didn't feel it.
Not behind your ear.
She reached down to nibble on a watermelon rind, and Mary went into a rage, snatching him with her trunk, threw him against a drink stand, and stepped on his head.
Good for her.
Bow.
Wow.
Good job, Mayor. You show that man.
Stepped on his head.
Now,
Crushing
Mary,
it.
Now, Mary the elephant does have to shop at Torrid.
Yes.
Mary the
Wow.
comedian does not.
Just so we're clear.
Most accounts indicate
You could also probably make money stepping on dudes' heads, though,
I'm
Mary.
sure that I could, honestly. Go by murder.
or sitting on
Mary.
them or whatever,
No,
Bring back cake farts, but with heads. Witness accounts indicate that the elephant calmed down, but onlookers began chanting, "Kill the elephant."
Mob mentality.
That's really, truly just.
Within minutes, a local blacksmith, Hench Cox, no relation, tried to kill the elephant, firing 5 rounds with little effect. The leaders of several nearby towns threatened not to visit the circus if Mary was still included. See, they're voting with their feet. They're like, yep, I ain't hanging out at this stupid, if that murderous...
We come here to watch animals get abused, not watch animals abuse humans.
Yeah,
So
not
this
people get killed.
Yeah,
We want to see a bear with his feet stapled to the unicycle pedals.
that's right.
The circus owner, Charlie Sparks, reluctantly decided that the only way to quickly resolve the situation was to kill the elephant in public. So Mary was transported by rail, where a crowd of over 2,500 people assembled in the rail yard, and the elephant was hanged by the neck from an industrial derrick. The first attempt resulted in a snapped chain,
Yeah, it's an.
causing Mary to fall and break her hip as dozens of
man.
children fled in terror.
These people are terrible.
Imagine you're a kid in 1916, right? This elephant was like 22 years old. Imagine if you're a kid, you're like, I remember when we went to watch them hang the elephant. Like that's your grandmother's
No,
story.
you did not, Grandma. Go to bed.
It's on Wikipedia.
Like they know what Wikipedia is.
Everybody knows what Wikipedia is now.
Not old people.
Ah, come on. Old people are Googling their heads off.
Is that
Not someone that was a child in 1916.
1916. That person being 120?
Yeah. I like to Google myself. See if I'm. So the chain snaps and the children were fleeing in terror. The severely wounded elephant died during a second attempt and was buried beside the tracks. Imagine digging that hole. Wow. A veterinarian examined Mary after the hanging and determined she had a severely infected tooth in the precise spot where Red Eldridge had prodded her. This must have been before veterinary dentistry. All they had to do was figure out, I mean, the elephant freaked out and killed the guy, but the authenticity of
Whenever I poke her right here, she loses her mind. Watch.
Crazy.
You know, I was hitting that one tooth with a hammer, and boy, she really got upset. The authenticity of that photo was disputed. It certainly looks fake to me, but whatever the early 20th century version of Photoshop was, that might be it. So thank you, Matt. That was a rabbit hole I was not prepared to go down with Murderous Mary.
I think the early version of Photoshop was just people drawing
I was
and
like, yeah,
painting.
hand drawn to the best of their memory.
Of course, it has been, people have regaled each other with tales of this in popular culture. A singer named Chuck Brodsky wrote a song called Mary the Elephant about that fateful day.
2-bit traveling circus, 10 to 15 railroad cars with a not so high wire, some leaks around the tent, educated sea lions, 4 or 5
Now get to the elephant killing.
He rode in on a boxcar and decided he would stay. He got a job as a genie, need to know about him. So they handed Red a stick for the afternoon parade. Only once did he whack Mary, it was his only mistake. She wrapped a trunk around him, threw him to the ground, stepped upon his head.
Ah, man, this song's making it worse.
You know what song?
That elephant had stepped on my head. What?
You know what song I was singing last night? I couldn't get it out of my head. The Sir, what is it? Sir Rumpus or something? Or
Oh, please tell me what you're talking about.
Sir Rumpus?
What is Sir Rumpus?
no, the nostrils getting. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it now.
Sing it.
It's a song about?
The brave the brave guys, Sir.
Oh, Sir Robin.
Sir Robin.
Oh.
Sir
Sir Rumpus.
The one they had.
He had his elbows broken, his penis split, and his eyes